an experienced division formed by the battles of Kursk and Bryansk, and the 10th Guard Tank Corps spearheaded the assault at the start of the Lvov-Sandomir operation. The attached 51st Independent Motorcycle Regiment, with its captured German equipment, acted as the vanguard. The 10th Guard Tank Corps has access to the T-34-76 and the more potent T-34-85, while several Lend-Lease Valentine III and Su-57 can be found with its powerful recon forces. The battle group's roster also features half a dozen Tiger E's, T-6 Tiger, and Panther A, T-5 Pantera tanks. The Corps' main drawback lies with its AA, limited to 37mm AA guns and quad maximum, forcing it to rely on its air force for cover. The 10th Guard Tank Corps excels as an offensive battle group, but can lose its footing when pressed hard in a defensive situation. Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Today we will review the deck of 10th Guard Tank Corps or 10th Гвардейский Танковый Корпус. Deployment tab is Maverick. Here we have units in A and B phase, but nothing on C. Let's dive in. For the recon, we have Dozor. This is my deck. I always take 2-man recon teams. It's pretty useful to have, and as a passive recon, in my opinion, it's must-have with jeeps. Next up, we have Valentine III. For 20 points, it's very cost-effective tank. In my previous video, I talked about Panzerjäger 35R. It is the same, but with very strong armor as well. It's very slow. However, for 20 points, it can uptrade up to Panzer Force, which is now 65 points. And with insane rate of fire, 20 rounds per minute. Good accuracy. It's only AP shells, but still, in my opinion, it's worth it, so I'm taking this. Primarily as an anti-light armor tool. Разведка. This division's AT tool, take it primarily for the bazooka. SVTs and PPShs are also nice to have, but still it's 80 team for 30 points. Quite good squad. Next up, again for A phase, I'm taking Su-57 in 2 VETs. These 2 VETs rate of fire increased to 16 rounds per minute. Very good armored car, pretty fast. In an opening, can shoot some can snipe some transport, as well as destroy some armored cars on long range. Also at close range, again, it will lose against other armored cars, and against tanks it will lose as well, simply because it has only 8 HP, so it will be one-shotted by any gun which is more than 70mm of caliber. Next, T-34-85 разведка. For 95 points, nice tank. Gun is quite similar to PaK-40, 125mm of pen, 8 rounds per minute with double wet, also have DT, pretty good HE, so as an infantry support also a good tank, and actually a good armor against allied medium tanks. T-34-76 and Shermans will struggle to pen this. Even Axis armor on the max range sometimes will bounce out of this armor, so pretty good tank. And another bonus, it's very fast. In opening, this can help. Next up, for the infantry, I'm taking Sapeur PPSh. It's 4-man team, 9 squads per card. It's only for the opening. Now it has shock, it has Panzerfaust, pretty annoying unit to deal with because it's early on at the deployment, goes into nice positions, and then it's quite annoying to dig out them from their positions. and they block some easy armor cheesy rushes. Next I have Guardia. This division has a weakness of long-range infantry, so you have to take Guardia. It's the only way around that. For 20 points it's alright, but not good anyway. It has 2 PPSH, 8 Mosin, DP-28, which is a mediocre machine gun at this point, and good to have anti-tank grenade at least, so it can block some cheesy armored rushes. Автоматчики for 25 points, pretty nice CQC squad, although against TNT thrower units you need to micro them, but against flamers, pretty nice to have. And they also go in armored transport. Next I'm taking Танкодесантники. There is an option to take them with M2A1 half track, although I prefer to have them with usual M2 to be sure that I can always afford them for the cheaper price. Гвардия ДП. Only 1 card per division, the only potent long-range infantry for 25 points, having 2 DPs, it's actually quite nice. And ПТРД, you never know when it make enemy tank lose 2 HP and make it vulnerable to one shot to any other tank. Take another card of автоматчики. On B phase I'm taking them with 12 M2A1s, always nice to have a 50 cal, pretty annoying unit. And on B phase I'm again taking CQC with 50 cal half track Sapori. Total 18 half tracks. Should compensate for the lack of good long range infantry. For tank tab, on A I have T-3476 1941 Kamaroty. For additional leaders, since I don't have any leaders in my infantry tab, for 55 points it's actually quite good. Just keep it in the back line and it can fight in case. T6 Tiger, captured German heavy tank. For the Soviets, it's actually pretty nice to have in this division. It's not the best 2K2, but it's still a potent 2K2. It will get the job done. Unfortunately, you cannot make it in double S, so rate of fire will be slower than, let's say, for Panther, but still, it has a bit better HE rounds and nice round armor. So for the side shots, in a max range, it can be immune to Shermans, let's say. Next, Pantera, T5, better than Tiger at 2K, have 130mm frontal armor, also pretty fast, 135 points, very good tank. The only drawback is you have only 1 per card, and I prefer to take it at wet. On B phase I'm taking 6 T-3476 1942, it's a armored version, which has 90mm of frontal armor, and I use them as I use Cromwells, that's why I have them in 2 wets. It's better to have them hit and shoot faster, aim faster, you have more output from a singular unit. And I'm taking additional leaders, T-34 85 Kamaroty for 90 points, and for B, on double wet I'm taking T-34 85 1944 variant, which have 2K range. In my opinion, maybe the worst tank at 2K, simply because other 2K tanks are simply better than this, although it's still a nice tool to have. Better than nothing, that's for sure. In support, I'm also taking Огнеметчики, so I have quite a lot of units which will rush at the beginning. Also SG-43 in double wet, OB-25, single wet, 2 Su-122. It is possible to take it on B phase, although I rarely need more than 2 2KH units. And this one is actually quite dangerous to tanks at close range, since it has The same hit. This is the M30 gun, so it has the same hit, which will one-shot any tank. And it's quite fast as well. And supply. Anti-tank tab is actually not that impressive, although it's a good supplement to your support tab, because this 3 is multi-purpose gun. It can have anti-indirect fire. I prefer to use it as a support gun, anti-PCR, in case you can catch Panther or Tiger up close. I'm taking both cards in single red, and in A I also have in Su 85. In this division, since all of the heavy hitters are quite expensive, this is the cheapest tool to deal with some heavy armor, let's say Panzer IV in a close range. AA, not good but enough. 2 37 mils in A and A4 in B, taken in single, double wet. With leader nearby, it will be triple wet, have a chance to shut down 2 of them. On triple wet, have a chance to shut down medium resilience plane. Artillery. On A phase, I have 2 mortar bikes. Unique unit to only Soviets, I believe. Quite fun. The only drawback is that it has very low ammo, but if you micro them well, they're invincible. You shoot, you drive away, nothing will catch it. Same goes for Andrusha, you need to micro it, although it's like a nuke. Very strong artillery, and it's better to micro the shots, only try to shoot 6 rockets at a time. That's usually enough to destroy any target. For the air, taking U2. Very annoying plane. Yes, usually even if you open it in opener, enemy will have time to cover fighter, so it's not a cheesy opening in my opinion. If enemy won't take any fighter and for some reason enemy does not have any AA, this can actually uptrade pretty good to anything. And it's only 20 points. If you destroy G42, it's already uptrading, so always worth it to have, in my opinion. P39 Покрышкин. I don't like this plane, although it's actually better as a close air support unit than a fighter. Although it's okay speed, pretty good, actually very good armament. So since I don't have anything better, I have Cobra. P283, one of the best bombers of the game, simply because of its speed, very fast. Yes, only medium resilience, although for most of the time that's enough. 2 on A phase, and I'm taking IL-237 tank buster plane. On A phase, maybe 3rd best tank buster in a game, after Duck and Kanonenvogel. Quite slow, but very good resilience. Shooting down this plane is very hard. But drawback with this, unlike Kanonenvogel, you actually need to micro and try to shoot tanks in a side armor. On frontal armor, heavy tanks, for example, this thing will not be able to destroy. Medium tanks, on the other hand, it will easily destroy. Alright, that's it for the division. It will appear in the next cast. As for now, thank you for watching, and see you next time.